So I'd like to introduce our next TED speakers because this is a duo, Tomer Kilchevsky and Courtney Jean Perry. Tomer Kilchevsky was born and raised in Israel, but has created every opportunity to travel and find meaningful experiences throughout his life. In 2012, he graduated from Green Mountain College with a degree in agroecology and went on to hold key positions in the renewable energy and ecological design programs, as well as the college's organic farm. An accomplished farmer, cook, and craftsman, he strives to reflect his concern and care for the natural world through his actions. In the years since graduation, he and his wife, Courtney Jean, started a small vegan catering business, wrote and published an edible plant and mushroom guidebook, pretty cool, and grew and cooked all of the food for their own wedding. They recently returned to Vermont and are searching for ways and places in which they can strive as humans to contribute to their community and surroundings and pursue one or more of their many ecologically oriented entrepreneurial ideas. Courtney Jean Perry graduated in 2012 as well with a self-designed degree in sustainable agriculture and the arts. At GMC, she learned the craft of small-scale farming, became enticed by the world of wild foods, and explored herself as a visual and performing artist. Since graduation, she has worked professionally as a gallery coordinator, organic gardener and farmer, and has participated in various projects abroad. She and her partner, Tomer, managed a small catering business in Israel and co-authored the edible Camino, a field guide to wild edibles along the Camino de Santiago. She and Tomer just moved back to Vermont and are excited to find the next project that will weave meaning and value into their everyday lives. Tomer, Courtney. So I think it should work. You guys can use one or two? Okay.
Hi everybody. The purpose of our talk here today is not to repeat the old cliche that anything is possible. We've been in your seats not too long ago, and we believe that most of you, hopefully all of you, know that if you put your heart and mind into something, the sky's the limit. We're simply here to tell you what we've done with this knowledge and how we implemented this understanding and brought it into action. In 2013, a year after graduating from GMC, I left little old Courtney searching for the next step. I didn't have a specific direction, but I did recognize the importance of design. And I knew that more important than designing a house, a farm, or a business, I ought to design my own life. I wanted to create a lifestyle that was around my personal needs and values as a human being. Traveling, being outdoors, physical activity, constant learning were some of them. I also knew that I cannot go through this process of internal brainstorming from an office or from staring at a computer screen, but it must happen through movement, ideally walking. So I went on a very long walk, and I flew to Spain and began the Camino de Santiago. For those of you who don't know, the Camino de Santiago is probably the most famous pilgrimage on the planet. It is a series of trails leading to the cathedral in Santiago de Compostela, an old Spanish city located in the northwestern part of Spain, where the remains of St. James, one of Jesus' disciples, are believed to be. Over 250,000 people walk this path yearly. People walk it for many different reasons. Some for spiritual and religious purposes, others to challenge their body and mind. I chose the most famous of routes, the Camino Frances, a 500-mile trail that starts in France and crosses Spain from east to west. I began walking in September 20th, 2013, and it didn't take long until I started to recognize some good old friends These ferns were not humans, but actually wild edible plants and mushrooms that I recognized from my education here at GMC, the surrounding forests, and time spent in Europe and in Israel. It tasted so good to flavor my water with apple mint and wild chamomile, to collect chestnuts and hazelnuts from the side of the path, to come upon beautiful patches of chanterelle and porcini mushrooms. I was blown away by the bounty in Spain. And I feasted very well that first evening, and I also searched for guidebooks that can help me learn more about the flora and fungi found along this ancient trail. But guess what? I didn't find anything. And thus, an idea was born. Perhaps I should be the one writing such a guidebook. The idea seemed a bit far-fetched at the time, but the more I thought about it, the more I wanted to do it. And I decided that if this idea is going to stick with me for the rest of the trail, it is an idea worth keeping, and I should go for it. And I continued walking and walking, and the trail never stopped to surprise me with mouth-watering, out-of-this-world wild edibles. Juicy white figs and soft green plums, and walnuts and herbs, and bilberries and blackberries, and the list goes on and on. And with every bite that I took and every step that I made, the vision of the guidebook became clearer. And after 33 very long days of walking, I finally arrived at the cathedral in Santiago de Compostela. And I knew that I have to write this guidebook. And I knew that I cannot do it alone. And I knew that there is only one person I can do it with. So I called Courtney Jean and asked her to join me on this journey.
When I received this life-changing phone call, I was right here in Poldney, living down the street, working at the Chaffee Art Center in Rutland. Life was good. Then he began to share his idea. The idea was not just to write a guidebook about wild plants, which I thought was enough, but he wanted to walk across Spain, not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row. Once in spring, then summer, and finally fall. The reason being to document all the wild edible possibilities in each of their life cycles in each season. But he didn't stop there. We would craft recipes, I would photograph and illustrate, he would collect data, we would traipse across the Spanish landscape, drinking wine, dining on wild delicacies, cultivating lasting relationships, and having the adventure of a lifetime. Sounds pretty good. But I didn't take his proposal too seriously. I didn't see it as a realistic future. So I told him, fun idea, but not happening. And he simply asked me, Courtney Jean, what do you have to lose? So we hung up the phone, and I, like Tomer, think most clearly while walking. So I took a little stroll by the Poldney River to contemplate his invitation. One side of me was completely doubtful. I felt scared, incompetent, that I didn't have the skills and knowledge required to carry out such a project. While the other side of me, inspired by his confidence, was a bit more optimistic and saw it as a grand opportunity to travel, explore, experience a new culture, and develop skills in areas that I'm passionate about. I also saw it as an opportunity to create something significant and of our own. In short, I was convinced. I had absolutely nothing to lose. And soon after, we launched a Kickstarter campaign and raised over $18,000 to fund the project. And in April 2014, we took the first steps of a long journey into the unknown. And let me tell you, it was not all juicy figs and laughter. It was physically, mentally, and emotionally very challenging. We would spend 8 hours, often more, walking along the trail with heavy backpacks, stopping, crouching, examining, photographing, plants while people are walking by. Hey, it's the plant kids again. And, and we'd arrive at the hostel, exhausted. While everyone around us is popping those bottles of wine, we're opening the computer, logging data, uploading photographs, and researching the different plants that we had come across that day. Many evenings, we also spent crafting recipes using the wild foods. We were stuck in kitchens with 15 other people trying to use mix-match pots and pans. I'm trying to photograph the dishes using the ugliest plates and the worst lighting in history, but we made it work. And after 7 months of walking over 1,500 miles and identifying over 250 wild foods, we had only just begun the process. And at each stage of the project had different challenges and learning curves to overcome, from the crowdfunding to field research to illustrating and actually designing the book, and then to how and where to print the book, and then distributing and marketing. Everything was new. But we persevered. We thought it would take a year, but it took 3.5. And in March 2016, the same week we were married, our first baby was born, the edible Camino. We're now selling the book on Amazon in both the United States and Europe, and we've since returned to Spain with a car full of books, traveling along the Camino, selling it to bookstores, shops, and hostels along the way. We left that trip in Spain having signed a contract with a distributor who focuses on Camino-related products. But all of that, it's not why this project feels so successful. It feels successful because we spent over 3 years working towards something that we felt was important, and bringing a product into the world that not only reflects our values, but offers people like yourselves an avenue to connect with and experience nature through the awesome world of wild foods. So as Tomer stated, we're not here on the stage to simply tell you what you already know. That if you put your mind and your heart into something and you work for it, you can make anything happen. We just wanted to share with you what we did with this precious knowledge. Wishing you all the best of luck. Thanks for listening.